Hi everybody, Chris Krashisnik with REMAX Town Center giving you your real estate recap. I wanted to talk to everybody real quick about seller mistakes. The biggest mistakes, the most common mistakes that my sellers have made as in my experience, okay? So first of all, I'm speaking with a very broad, a general terms, okay? This is for 95% of anybody who watches this video. There's a 5%, there's exceptions to this rule, and you may be one, but chances are you're not. So with that being said, I'll get into it. The first mistake I would say that a seller would make would be to sell his home by himself, a for sale by owner. You have a CPA do your taxes. You have a financial planner planning your retirement, or at least looking over your shoulder. You have an insurance agent making sure that you're protected against catastrophe. You have these specialized experts in their field who know how to advise you properly and at least tell you you're not messing up, okay? Your home is your biggest investment. That's probably worth what a realtor costs, I can guarantee you. And there's evidence to support that. In 2015, your average home sale by a realtor was $249,000. Your average for sale by owner was $210,000. There's got to be other circumstances and other variables in that equation that would not suggest such a gap. I'm sure it's not that great. It's almost 20%, but I know it's more than 10%. I can guarantee you. And we can get into that later if anybody has more questions on that. I'd be happy to talk offline with them. The next one is overpricing your home. Most sellers base their price off of, I need this much from the sale. Well, you're a realtor. I'm gonna pad the commission in, or I'm gonna pad this in, or something like that. And that's the biggest mistake you can make. You need to look at the data on MRIS. You need to have somebody help you interpret the data. And you need to price your home right where it is. You can't say, well, this is the data, so I'm going to, there's closing costs that I'm expecting to pay, so I'm going to do this. Every time I see that done, we got a problem. You're probably overpricing your home, okay? You're putting the wrong people in your home if you overprice your home. Somebody who's looking at a home for $20,000 more or even $10,000 more, they're going to see your home versus the homes they've been looking at, and they're going to be disappointed because they're bigger or more updated or in better locations, okay? So overpricing is a problem. Underpricing, usually you're going to get multiple offers, and you're going to get, it's going to inflate up to what the market value should be. So I don't want to touch on that too much. The next one is you show poorly, okay? You got to show well. You can't have clutter everywhere. It needs to look well kept. It doesn't have to be the newest home, but it's got to look good, okay? A buyer has to come in there. It can't smell. It has to look as though it's kept up. You got to have dishes out of the sink. Look like you're a responsible human being who has kept his home in good condition, and that's about all we're asking for. That translates and segues over to marketing properly, okay? To market properly today, you've got to have about 30 pictures that look good, okay? I'm not going to get that with my phone. You're not going to get that with your phone. I'm not going to get that with an SLR. It doesn't cost a lot of money to get a professional photographer who knows how to take pictures of property and take those pictures. That's the biggest investment you can make. That's the best money you can spend in this whole process, okay? And then after we've done that, after you've found a good realtor, after you've found the good price, after you've staged your home properly, and after we've marketed it well, to get a buyer in there and say a buyer wants to look at the home at this time, and you say, I'm not available, that is the kiss of death. What I recommend doing is making your home available as much as you possibly can, and there's extenuating circumstances, but you have to make it available as you can. And we do that by using showing services, okay? There's a bunch of showing services available for realtors to use, to where I don't have to coordinate showings because I'm making videos or at a settlement or doing something, where a realtor can call in or get on the website or get on his app, and then that apparatus can coordinate with you to notify you of your showings, and then the home can be shown, and then we can get you feedback, etc., etc., etc. Now, there's a whole bunch of other mistakes that we can be making after we get an offer in, but these are the ones from the time we list to the time we get an offer. Okay, I'll go over those later, and we can talk about those at another time. But thanks for watching. Comment, share, subscribe below. Have a great week, everybody, and I hope you you get something decent out of this stuff. Thank you.